YouTube fam, it's your girl Leah back again with another video. In today's video, as you can see from the title, my annual video. I do this every year. This video is my favorite to record. It's the most helpful to some of you guys. Some of you guys find me from this video. It's my 2026 top hair, crochet hair for vacations and your swimming situation. I try to get this video off right after the coldness goes away. Some of y'all still in a winter vortex and it's hard to think about the future, but we're getting up into spring break. It's past for some of us, and then we're getting into the season where most of us working professionals, we know we don't get no spring break, but we're getting into the season where we might start looking at some vacations. We might be going to Mexico, the Caribbean, Puerto Rico. We going places, and you guys tend to like this video because you want an option. I started this channel because I was going on a cruise. The week after this photo was taken, Lia Lavon was launched. Or I had recorded the video. I don't know if I posted it yet, but I recorded having put it in. You remember that video. I was going on a cruise, my first ever cruise, my first ever trip with my passport. I had just gotten my passport a month before, and I was looking for a hair solution. I didn't know what to do. My best friend put me on crochet hair. Maybe a month before, we had gone to Myrtle Beach. That was my girls' trip, my girls' time. We went to Myrtle Beach. She had crochet hair in. You guys know the saga. I had in sew-ins because I was a sew-in girl at the time. I didn't know nothing about no crochet hair. She had crochet. This was taken after we were swimming. The rest is history. You know, I looked a hot mess, okay? Because one thing about human hair and one thing about sew-ins is, you know, fun and games when you're swimming in a pool, but then you get out that pool and they say we want to go to the boardwalk at Myrtle Beach and we want to go to Joe's Crab Shack. You're looking a little crazy. You're like, my hair gotta be done, but I chose this human hair body wave sew-in situation with leave out. Now we taking pictures. Now y'all talking about let's do a group shot for the girls. And my friend is stunting in Free Trust Bohemian braid, and I'm looking weathered, honey. I'm looking weathered. And as soon as that happened, I said, girl, what's in your head? Because I need to put that in my head. And she said crochet. And I said, okay, I'm not going to put in Free Trust Bohemian because that's your style. But I'll do something different. Again, and then Lia Lavon was involved. So my love for crochet hair stems around a vacation, stems around a swim situation. That's my background. I make this video for you. It's not a DIY. It's not a tutorial. It's not a review, nor was that in the title. I have installs. I have reviews. This is just a compilation video. Me talking about each and every one of these hair very briefly because I have full-length reviews and even installs for some of these. And I address in every single review video, whether it's water-friendly in that review. Disclaimer number 2, the hair that I have in right now is always in the description box. It is the Y-Wigs Body Wave Human Hair Crochet. And every year I get the comment, is the human hair gonna make the list? Is human hair swim friendly? Is human hair water friendly? That's why I'm changing the title. I think this year going forward, the title, it probably might have usually said water friendly hair or whatever the case may be. This year I'm saying swim friendly or vacation friendly. Human hair is water. Water can hit it. You're supposed to wash it. It's a human's hair. There's a level of maintenance. I put water in this hair because I had to dye it. I dyed it, washed out the rinse. Water is okay. And water is okay for a lot of hair. Water can hit anything and be okay. But this is the video for me talking about what I would take on vacation. What personally I would go on a vacation. I would go on a cruise with. I would go on any kind of water, Caribbean, and even, you know, maybe I'm not going in the water, but my feet touching the water, high humidity place. This is the hair I would do it. So it's swim friendly. It's vacation friendly. I'm not saying, you know, this is water friendly, but I don't want to take it on vacation. No, it's beautiful for land. It's beautiful for a sedentary 9-to-5 life. And that's what I've lived. I'm not going on a vacation. So this is perfect. I loved it. I like it. But I'm not taking it on vacation because, honey, I would have that same situation I had that I talked about at the top of the video at Myrtle Beach. We would have a repeat of Myrtle Beach because I had 30 minutes to get ready for Joe's Crab Shack. We went from the pool to the room to change clothes. Everybody waiting on me. My friends, 2 in my head trying to get me together because it's like blow dry. You know how bundles take a little bit of time to blow dry. Make sure my hair up underneath is dry. Do this. Then I was like, I can't even put a little curl in it. No, we ain't got time. That's the thing. This is going to be timely. Could I do it? Yes. Do I want to do it? Because I'm going from event to event. I don't want to. Another disclaimer. This is my opinion. This is my thoughts. You could take this If you wanted to, you could take anything. Any of the hair I reviewed. Any hair that doesn't make this list, you can take. I get comments all the time for a hair I say in a video isn't water friendly. Well, I took it to the beach and I loved it. I love that for you. This is me, honey. This is my opinion. The 10 that make this list for me are my thoughts, my opinions. You may hate a hair I love. You may love a hair I hate. Don't make either of us wrong, honey. It makes us two opinionated people. Disclaimer number 4, just because of hair made a previous video, I made this video since 2017, honey. I've been making this video every year. There are going to be times that hair fall off. It doesn't negate that hair is water friendly. It just means these are my top 10 right now. That hair might be number 11. I just don't want to make this video a 20, 30 minute video. It don't need to be that long. So if you're looking at a video from 2017, now looking at this 2026 version, and you're like, but you said, it doesn't negate what that girl said, but that girl only had a certain number of hair. This girl has more hair knowledge than that girl will. And if I'm making this video in 2036, I'm going to have a different thing. It's going to be different, but it doesn't negate what she said. She just had what she had in knowledge back then. The girl talking in all the previous years' videos just had different knowledge. I have different knowledge now. I'll have different knowledge in the future. Number 5, some people are like, but what, this ain't a top. I'm not ranking them 1 to 10 or 10 to 1. Like, this isn't best and worst. These all work. But sometimes people are like, but which one's your favorite though? Like in all these videos, I say they all work. I'm not saying which one is my favorite because they all look different. Like you'll see, I have 10 different hair on this video. They all 10 look different. At a certain point, y'all got to look inside and say, what do I want to do? Because it's going to come down to personal preference. Again, one hair doesn't look like the other hair, doesn't look like the other hair, doesn't look like the other hair. They're all different. It's going to be personal preference. I'm saying you could take any of these and be good. It's just, what do I want to look like on my vacation? I think sometimes we get analysis paralysis, or we get thrown ideas and we lose sometimes the ability in ourselves to choose for ourselves. I'm giving you 10 options. You just choose from the 10. I narrowed it down. You need to narrow it down based on what you want to look like. And then the last disclaimer I'll give. So people ask, how do you wash? I have several videos on this channel washing after a swim situation. I have it with hair that make this list. You've seen me do it before. I have dedicated videos. I've talked about it ad nauseum. Y'all have seen me go from a pool back to the room, back to this over and over. You seen me do it on a cruise ship. I've taken time out of my cruises to show y'all. So the catalog is there. The encyclopedia is there. And I will say, I do have 2 human on this list. After I just made that disclaimer about human isn't my favorite, I did some analysis, and there's a couple. There's 2. There's 2 human. All the rest are synthetic, but there's 2 human that if I think objectively, I wouldn't mind taking it, but there's reasons. Again, I'll list it in this video. You'll understand why, but for the most part, human isn't my choice because I'm a human. I have hair coming out of my scalp, I have a little bit of leave off. Some of this hair is my hair. I don't want to take my real hair, so why would I want to take somebody else's real hair? I'll start with the human. Let's go first with the Eon Tight Curly human hair crochet. That hair I took with me to Miami. Took a little impromptu trip to Miami. I don't know if I knew when I was putting that hair in that I was going to go to Miami. Happened to take that hair on that trip, and it did okay. It did okay. Is there maintenance? And again, going back to, I swam in this hair. After I got out of the pool, I did go to my room, do a whole thing, and I had to do the whole thing. However, the whole thing, when I say the words, the whole thing is the same thing I would do for wash and go with my own hair. You've seen me do a wash and go on my channel on my own hair. This is all I did the same process. I like a wash and go. A wash and go is my good, happy place. I can do a wash and go in less than an hour and be good. So if you're willing to, come back to the room, do a wash and go process, and have an hour, I think it worked for me. That's why I didn't mind it. Because if I didn't have this channel, a lot of you guys asked what would I do. I think I would have silk presses. I would have crochet hair for vacations. And then I would do a wash and go in the summer. And that would just be my life. If Lia Lavon didn't exist, if this channel didn't exist, I would probably reserve crochet for like special occasions. Not even water vacation trips. Maybe just trips where I don't want to deal with hair. Like I just want it to be the least of my problems. I would choose a good crochet hair, but then I would do a winter silk press, summer wash and go, occasional crochet hair. So that's why I put Eon Tight Curly. If you're somebody who's like, I don't want to do nothing, then forget I even said Eon Tight Curly. But for me, I didn't mind it. It didn't upset me. It looked good when I came back. It looked good in Miami. It looked good when I came back. It looked good before Miami. it was a good hair. So I did that last year, enjoyed it. So I said, I think it can make this list. I don't hate it making this list. Number 9, another hair I tried last year, which is in the same vein in the fact that it's a curly style, but it's synthetic. It's the Bishi Jerry curl hair. Loved it. I think it'd be great. I think it'd be great for a water situation. And when I say water situation too, let me add a caveat. This isn't 6 weeks of every single day. Someone I think was going to a swim camp or something, and they were asking would this work, or would one of the hair on my water friendly list work. They were like going on a 3-week swim camp vacation, and I was like, I'm thinking a vacation is about 3-5 days. I think this is good for 3-5 days. I don't know if it could take a continuous 15-day beating or 21-day if it's a 7-day week and it's every single day. I ain't say all that, but if the Bishi Jerry curl I think could give you through a 3 to 5 day vacation, no problem, no problem. If you talking about you gonna get your hair wet a month straight, I don't know if any of these hair, any of these hair. I think we need to reevaluate what we gonna do with our hair. Maybe do braids. This video is never to say braids isn't an option. It's to give you an option on top of braids. Like braids has been the thing. We know when a girl gets braids done, that means she's going on a vacation. Everybody at work knows she going on vacation. I'm giving you an option for the braids, but braids has always been tried and true. Don't never forget about the braids. The braids held us down. Now I'm just giving you if you don't want to do the braids for the vacation. But I think Bishi Jerry curl, phenomenal hair, would do great in a beach situation. Now for my number 8 hair, I'm going to put 2 together. I'm going to put 2 together, 2 that I think work well. They marry well. They look the same to me, honey. Honestly, they sisters. And it's going to be the hair that started this channel, Free Tress Bohemian Braid, and the hair that I think looks similar, the Free Tress Water Wave hair. Now, Free Tress Bohemian Braid hair, if you follow my channel, it started this channel because it's the first hair I ever saw and put 2 and 2 together that crochet existed. I probably had seen crochet before, but I didn't know crochet existed in the way that it did or the mechanism to get into your head until my best friend Sasha had it in, who I owe this whole channel to. I was the maid of honor at her wedding. Like everything that is Lia Lavon, I owe to Sasha. She was a Bohemian braid girl, and that's all she wore. She didn't wear any other things because she wasn't a review channel. She's a human. And most of you guys who watch me have a hair, you choose a hair, you settle in a hair. You're not experimenting like me, who runs a channel and tries different things all the time. I didn't want to put in Free Tress Bohemian Braid and look twinsies with her. We were going to look like sisters. So I didn't try it, actually 2 years. I think I tried it maybe 2, maybe 3 years. I can't remember. It might have been 2018 or 2019, just because I wanted to give Sasha time, wear it out, and then finally me pop out with Bohemian Braid. But when I did, loved it down. That hair was phenomenal. It was phenomenal, and it's a beach-friendly hair for a reason. And same thing with Free Tress Water Wave. I tried that one a little bit sooner. I tried that one, maybe that was the 3rd hair I ever tried on this channel. So back in 2016, 10 years ago, I put Free Tress Water Wave in my hair, and I liked that. At the time, I think I overinstalled. At this time, I wasn't putting hair in my head. So someone else put that hair in my head. They used way too much. Hindsight 2020. Wouldn't do that again. However, liked it. Think it's good. It's a reason why people use it for passion twists. There's a reason why it's people's go-to hair in situations. It's because I think it works and it's sturdy and dependable. So the next hair, the Rasta Free Dream Romance hair, I think incredible. You're not going to have any issues with it at all. And I put this next hair in the same category, even though they don't look the same. It's the Rasta Free Tahiti curl. Both of these, it's no secret that a more spirally or a more curly curl is going to work better in a water situation than a wave. You will not see a wave make this list. A wave, I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked in the 10 years that I have the channel if a wave ever makes this list, because a wave is just not, it's going to tangle. It's going to be a mess. When I say water friendly too, with all of these hair that I've talked about, past or present, that doesn't mean you can just be lazy too. It just means it's going to look good. It's going to stay the same, but you're going to have to detangle. People going to ask, which hair do I not have to detangle? All of these, you're going to have to detangle at some point. Like, this isn't a this is synthetic hair, honey. There's no tangle free synthetic hair. It's just, these are going to be the easier ones to get through. A wave is going to be a tangly situation. It's going to be a mess. I don't want it. That's not my ministry, okay? That's not what I'm trying to get into on a vacation. But I think both of these will be a good option. Next, you have your spiral rod curls too. So I put in this category the Kima Soft Dread, the Afri Nap Trail Soft Tex, and the Afri Notch Out Spiral Rod Curl. Spiral Rod Curl I took with me to St. Thomas last year. I didn't love the fact that I had to mix it. I didn't have enough of that hair. You saw the debacle of that install. You saw the debacle of that review if you caught it last year. Don't hate it. And I wouldn't have hated it for St. Thomas. I was on a time crunch. I was going to St. Thomas in a couple of days. I didn't have time to order more or do what I needed to do, but I think a spiral rod is always going to be a good option. I think probably that Kima is, if you can find it in a store, probably better than the other ones that you would probably have to order online, especially if you're on the East Coast like me and we don't have Afri Natural like that. Next, the other human hair on this list, and it's a little bit of a cheat because they do have synthetic versions of the mini twist or whatever, but I tried the Yankee twist from Eon. It was a human hair. It just looked the same every single day. You're gonna have no problems with that. I mean, I wasn't thrilled. You guys know if you watch my channel, I wasn't thrilled to try a Yankee twist. I did it because you guys have been asking me for years to try a Yankee twist. And it just isn't my vibe in terms of the look. I don't love the look of it. However, I can't deny that it works. I can't deny that it's low maintenance. It will work for some people. And so that's why I have a review channel. I'll do what you guys ask every now and again. Sometimes you have to realize I'm a human outside of this channel too, though. And so if something doesn't if I think it looks horrible or ugly, I'm just not going to try it, because even if you suggest it a billion times, it's just still my personal preference. I still got to look like a person outside of this camera, a person who walks in confidence. And if I can't walk in confidence in a hair, and in a hair I want to put in my head, but the Yankee twist does work. Next, we have these two partnered up. We have the Rasta Free Ziggy braid, and then we have the Free Tress Brazilian braid. Both I put in the same category because they're the same hair. They're essentially, probably made in the same factory. The factory just slaps Free Tress, slaps Rasta Free, whichever, whatever, and sends it out the door. I took the Rasta Free Ziggy I took it on a cruise. I think I was going from Miami, left from Miami, took it with me on a cruise. Did well, did phenomenally, swam in water, got out the water, hair looked the same. That's what I want on a vacation. I want to be able to get off the cruise, because once you get off the cruise and you're on, I think I went to Half Moon. Which one is the Royal Caribbean one, child? Whatever their little private island is, got out of the pool, and if it was a human hair, then I would have to immediately go back to the room, figure out the hair would change itself a bit, This would be not wavy anymore. It'd be just wet hair. And I would have to do something if I wanted to look cute. My leave out would be leaving out, child. It would be left out. It would be it wouldn't look good. It would be a process. There was no process there. With every hair, whether you swim in it, home, locally, whatever, you do need to dry this down below. You do. And sometimes if it's hot enough, the sun will do it itself. The sun was getting me. So that's why I was able to sit comfortably and continue on my day until I went to the ship and was able to kind of rinse out the hair on the ship post that. Next, the Amazon box braids. Taking it back, like I said, box braids always going to bring supreme, but if you don't want to sit in a chair for hours to get them done, why not just, get them done at the leisure of your home? Take an hour. You could swim in them. I swim in them. You've seen me swim in them. All was good. All was well. Next, we have the Free Tress Joyful Curl. Amazing. I have a whole video where I'm swimming in that hair and I'm showing you the after effects and how it looked good, looked stable. That's what I want. That's what I love. Again, this is why synthetic is my thing, because it's just gonna look the same. Human ain't gonna look the same. You've seen me again. See me let water hit a human. It's not looking the same. I have to do something to take it to the next level. Free Tress Joyful is always at the next level. It didn't even know a level needed to be changed, and I love that. And last but not least, Free Tress Beach Curl. Free Tress Beach Curl, Free Tress Beach Curl. Y'all know it. Y'all have commented over and over again. It's my most watched individual review, I think, on this channel. Y'all have raved and raved. It's not even just me saying it. Y'all have said it too. There's been probably 90% of my comments are people who said, I tried it for water and it was good. I tried it for water and it was good. I tried it for water and it was good. I can say everything out of my mouth over and over again, but you guys reiterating it, you guys saying, yep, and it worked for me. That's the only, I think, sign of approval. That's what everybody else needs. I think people hear me say stuff and they were like, well, she's just talking. She's just making videos. But you guys saying that Free Tress Beach Curl works for you I think is the biggest seal of approval Free Trust Beach Curl needs. I've swam in it. I took it with me to Puerto Rico. You've seen videos. Most all of these hair. Sometimes you guys ask me, why didn't you swim in this hair? And I'm like, I tried it in January. My pool was closed. I'm not going to a pool and swimming in January. If I put a hair in my head, that's why typically the cold months I have a silk press, is because I'm gonna get comments like, you didn't take it to a pool. Why didn't you go swimming? I know it's 20 degrees. I know it was a winter vortex outside. You should have took it to a pool. And I'm just like, let's just do silk presses. And then when pools open after Memorial Day, but before Labor Day, I'll take it to the water. I'll take it to the house. Okay. But I hope this video every year is helpful for you. Again, let me know if you have any water friendly suggestions down below. I see you guys talk to each other in that comment section, so you guys help out each other in that section, and I love it. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up even if you didn't. We want all the love and support over here on this channel, as well as we want you subscribed so you don't miss a thing that happens over here, and have that notification bell on. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at Lia Lavon 89 to keep up with my shenanigans in real time. TikTok at Lia Lavon, which is a few more shenanigans and a bit more real time. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.